Hello Aquamarine customers, and welcome to Aquamarine's fiberglass pools and spas pool school training video. In an ongoing effort to stay on the cutting edge, we've developed this training video to better serve you, the customer. The average person only retains 10 to 20% of the spoken word. That's why this video will be an amazing training library for you to reference back to help you understand your pool's operating system and personality. That's right, I said personality. Your pool has already begun developing its own unique personality. If we built your pool and built an exact pool on your neighbor's backyard, they would both behave differently. Your pool's personality is going to depend on direct sunlight, bather load, temperature, and general care and use of the product. Here at Aquamarine, we understand how stressful any construction process can be, and we are happy that your construction is coming to a close. In choosing Aquamarine, you've made the right decision. You purchased the world's best fiberglass pool from one of the industry leaders. And we appreciate your business with us. We feel it's our job to equip you with the proper knowledge and tools to begin a lifetime enjoyment of swimming in your new pool. In this video, we're going to go over some of the basics of the equipment station, vacuuming the pool, care and maintenance of your fiberglass and your concrete. We will also go over the automatic cover operation, your sump system, and chemistry of your pool. Now let's get started. We're using a product called Off the Wall. It's a cleaning gel that you kind of put on. It's almost like a gelatin. And what it does is it actually eats the dirt off. It's kind of a bleaching agent. So what we like to do, put it on, scrub the walls real good, get it on the walls real good. Now you can see he's missing some of the scum line with the product. Now work your way back, Mark, a little bit towards the other way. This is Mark Jr. He's in the beginning stages of pole pushing. The pole pushing career is what we call it. And he is working his way around applying the product. He'll do this around the whole pool, leaving the product on, actually leaving the material on the side walls of the pool. He'll make one full rotation around the pool, scrubbing in, working in the product, and applying the product. His second trip around the pool will be actually rinsing the product off. This product is safe to use in the pool. It doesn't make soap suds, but it does an excellent job of cleaning. Alright, let's go. Okay, in this episode we're going to be teaching you how to vacuum your pool. Most vacuum hoses are going to have two ends. One of them is going to be a swivel cuff. The swivel cuff always goes on your vacuum head. Now it's important, before you start to vacuum, to get all the air out of the line. Fill the hose up with water. There's a lot of ways you can do it. I find the easiest way is just stick the hose over one of the return fittings and use the pump from the pool to pump water through the hose. You can see the hose start to sink as the air starts to leave it. And I usually hang the other end over in the skimmer. That's where I'm going to be attaching the other end of the vacuum hose. You attach this end to the vacuum head. Throw your vacuum in there. Now most pools will be a telescoping pool. You'll unlock it by turning that device counterclockwise, and you can telescope this pool, usually up to 14 feet. Set that down in the water, and then you go down. There's two holes in your skimmer. One is just a dead hole, and the other one actually has vacuum. You'll be able to feel which one it is just simply by sticking the hose down there. Now that may come loose a little bit as it draws the air out of the line. And you can see your pump starting to have some of the air from the line cavitate through it. Now what I do is I turn the bottom suction off, and I can usually tell which one that is, because I can see my vacuum hose start to tighten up. Now I'm pulling 100% vacuum through my vacuum hose right now. I come back over here, make sure that my vacuum hose is nice and tight in the hole, and I'm ready to start vacuuming. Now all the water that pump can possibly pull through it, it's now pulling through this vacuum head. And it's just a simple matter of just going back and forth and having some patience. It's really nice to have an iced tea when you're doing this and have some suntan oil on you. You can really get a nice sun. Alright, now we're at the equipment station. We're going to take and clean out the pump basket. Generally, I like to spin the three-way valve and close off the inlet so I don't break vacuum on my lines and lose water and have to reprime the pump. Just unscrew this. It's really important to keep this lubricated with Magic Lube. You'll pull this basket out. Ooh, that's got a lot of stuff in this one. Dump it out preferably somewhere where the wind isn't going to blow it back in the pool area. I know the prevailing winds come from this direction on this particular job. I'm going to take this over too and hose it off with a garden hose because I like to make it nice and clean. Now this happens to have a cartridge filter on it, so we're going to show you how to clean that. Basically, you open this air vent, the water will start to backflow out of the filter. A little of it so I won't flood the equipment pad. It's real important after the installation of your pool to get some material around this equipment pad so it doesn't erode and wash out. You don't want erosion. Now basically you've released the vacuum or the vapor lock inside the cartridge filter. This has two quick release tabs. Turn it counterclockwise, gently pull the lid off. Oh my gosh, this is filthy. Look at that.
Some emphasis on filthy.
Pull that out, and now we're going to take it over and gently wash it off with the garden hose. Okay, we've hosed our pump basket off. That's nice and clean. Now we're going to hose the filter off. Make sure you get this clean too. That's a bypass. Then what you do is you start at the top and you work your way down to the bottom. You continue to do this until the filter's totally clean. The other thing you can do, if you like to, I like to sometimes, is take it right off of this core. It's important when you put it back on that you got one side that says this side up, push firmly to seal. It's important to put that back so that you have this side up. You can also go in from the behind like this. Okay, that's good. Alright, now our filter's nice and clean. We're going to put it back on the core. Now on the filter, of course it says this side up, push firmly to seal. You also have an arrow that says align with filter inlet. Now this is only on cartridge filters. When you put it back in, you're going to spin it and it'll drop down. Again, you can just kind of feel it. The filter inlet is of course right here. That's where the water comes in from the pump. You make sure that your seal's nice and clean, which it is. It's also important to Magic Lube that seal. Magic Lube is a silicone-based, non-petroleum based lubricant. It's great for your rubber seals on your equipment. Spin that. You'll hear it lock in. Take your clean pump basket. Put that back in. Spin that on. Again, don't over tighten it. Open this up. Turn the power back on. And let it begin to prime. Now you want to leave this open and allow the air pressure. It's very important never to put your head over top of this because sometimes this lid can fly off and it could hurt you severely. Let the air pressure off, otherwise you'll have air trapped in there. You'll only be using half the filter. Now we know we have a clean filter. Sometimes with your cartridge filters, you're going to have to soak them in filter cleaner and degreaser to help break the body oils and the suntan oils that are going to get on the filter. You know you have a clean filter, and generally you want to get a baseline on the filter. I'm seeing with my returns open and water circulated only through my returns, my filter is clean at 22 pounds, 23 pounds. Now I'm going to write that on the top of the filter lid so I know as the pressure goes up, my filter gets dirtier, I need to clean it. The next thing we're going to do while we're over at the equipment station is we're going to check the chlorine pack. Now you may or may not have this style, but you'll have some form of chlorinator. This particular one takes a new water filter cartridge, and it still has a little bit of product in it. Again, it's important to keep this seal Magic Lube because this is really exposed to a lot of the chlorine gases. Screw that on, tighten it down, turn it back on, and again, you may or may not have a bleeder valve on the top. You can open this up and let the trapped air pressure out. You don't want to open it too far because it's a real bugger to get back in under pressure. There I go, I got water coming out.
Alright.
Now to fire your heater, it's really important to understand if your filter's dirty, your heater won't fire. The first thing we're going to tell you is if you call and say that your heater's not working, we're going to say pull your cartridge filter out or clean your filter. Basically, you just turn it to pull. This particular model's got electronic ignition. And there we go. It's running. I'm sorry, this has got an electronic ignition on it. Now you'll adjust this by the thermostat in your pool to the temperature you like. You usually start out right around there. If you like it at 88 and it's at 80, all you do is bounce this up a little bit, and it has a stop on it. You can stop it at your favorite temperature. If you move it up a little bit more and it's at 83 and you like it a little bit warmer, move it up. Check it a day later. Or you can just leave it off.